Hey Saber fans, so as promised, KR Saber's Hero. Already flipped the kill switch. She's ready to go. I wonder if I have it on Eton right now or not. We'll find out. Yeah. Got a nice green. Very nice. Let's go ahead and go sail barge accurate. Oh, I do love the KR Saber's Hero. It is a really nice one. I'm gonna hate selling this, but there's too many good heroes out. Gotta get the other ones. I can let this one go and not die inside a little bit. So as you can tell, this one's super loud too. If you watched my recent 89 Sabres DV6 V2 reveal, then that one was really loud too. This one is also stupid loud. I used one of the Chinese speakers in this, very similar to what you see from Smuggler's Outpost. They sell speakers very similar to this. You can see why everybody's been using them. Might have to up the clash sensitivity on this a little. I love using that next to the Old Republic sounds for the color change. This is pretty much the exact same setup as the DV6.
Red. Purple.
Until I got the colors a little mixed up here too.
Yellow. White.
Team C.
Orange. Flame Blade,
Smooth Gray.
and Dark Saber. I just love those control box blinkies. Put it on mute for you. Of course, they're animated through auxiliary functions as well. So yeah, this has a recessed blade PCB because, in my honest opinion, there's no other way to get a good blade stability out of these other than doing a recessed blade PCB, because everybody doesn't want to do recessed emitter PCB. So that leaves us with the option of drilling a couple set screws in the side and putting the PCB down inside the blade. No visible set screws. Yay! And, of course, have to have your short pin stock NeoPixel PCB sitting up above the threading hole a little bit. Now I did have to modify this because the blade plug was a bit too short. So I 3D printed a little holder. Actually, good friction fit. That kind of freaked me out. Wonder if I can do that again. Nope. Made these really sensitive. Very sensitive. I'm probably going to dial those in a little bit more to where they're less sensitive. But it's literally just like...
Green. Red. Purple.
barely even pressing.
Yellow.
Auxiliary is even more sensitive. Main, got a little bit. It's almost like a freaking touch switch, to be completely honest. As you'll see, the tri-ring is not the typical KR Hero tri-ring. This is the one from BR Rogers, I believe, is who did the run. Over on the RPF, he did a run of very accurate tri-rings, and I got about 4 of those. Wanted to put one on here because, you know, this is one of the best heroes in my opinion. At least for the idealized, you know. Even rings all across, none of them are uneven. Tri-ring is perfectly in line with the control box. What else makes it idealized? Oh yeah, the screws right here are evenly spaced on essentially the tip of the arrows, whereas normally they're staggered down. I think that's really it as far as the differences go. The chassis I used of this was by my own design. Uses a removable speaker with magnets and a pin header. There's your speaker, so it's completely muted now. You have all your access right there. See if I can get a little more light on. There we go. So I did put a little bit of text on there. May the force be with you always. Got your board access. 1.3mm recharge port below that. Kill switch below that. And your pin header for this. And your magnets on the side. So the best way to get this in there is essentially having this, essentially lining that up and that up with those corners there. Just about. Best way I found out how to do it anyways. Beautiful hilt, beautiful hilt. Of course it naturally tarnishes over time, being real copper. This is not dual worthy, any shape, form, or fashion. It's really comfortable to hold. Really comfortable. Like you can see on the thin neck how much my hand is wrapping around that. Even up here, it is very much a beautiful hilt. Of course, I just put oil all over this because, you know, it's tarnishing, but that's from wear and tear over the last month or so since I last polished it. So, you know, same for this. It's copper. Same for this. It's copper. You can always take some mother's mag or some type of metal polish and polish it right up, and it's good as new. Yeah. There's a lot that I like about this hilt. A lot. One thing that I've been trying to beat into people left and right when I have the motivation to actually try is recessed emitter PCB holder. You know, for instance, I'll show you on Dennis Lukinov's Creepy Uncle. So, beautiful. Beautiful Last Jedi hero, by the way. Anyways, there's actually a recessed area inside to hold a freaking NeoPixel PCB or LED. Like, come on, people, get with the program. It can't be that hard. I mean, you know, I measure those collars, it's essentially coming down into here. I measure those collars, and I see anywhere from 23, which is what that is, 23 millimeters, to about 25, like on Texas Custom Sabers Hero. Hi, Ginger. And it's like, why don't you do this? Like, am I missing something? I'm no machinist, but it's like, you bore something out. You're taking a lathe to the inside and just boring it out to specified diameter. I think that's like 18.5 or something. So, I mean, why isn't that possible? I mean, you still have 5 millimeters of play on the outside, and these are not dueling sabers by any means. I don't understand why. I think it's probably because they're not hearing the quiet guy. It's probably what it is. They're not taking the quiet guy's advice. God, I do love this hero, though. I will hate saying goodbye to this one day. Of course, I have the static pommel, and that's nice and all. And I'll go ahead and grab that for you while I'm at it. Might as well. Static pommel, TLJ, heatsink. There's the heatsink I got from the guy I bought the hero from. It had already been shaved down to where, I didn't have to 3D print that holder for it, but I like that holder better because it's not as thick up here. Plus, it's not metal, so it won't conduct electricity. This nice static pommel. Actually, I don't think that's normally bored out right there. I never actually noticed that before. And TLJ blade plug. That's nice and all. Let's see how the sound is with this static one, because that Anakin Starkiller V2 I did had a similar pommel. It was stupid loud. Holy crap. Let's see here. Woo! Those false clashes.
White.
Teensy. 6.
Sound has nowhere to go, so it just stays in there and creates false clashes. It's not bad though. Huge difference. Magnanimous difference. Now, what am I doing? I didn't even tighten it because it's such a good friction fit. Now this, on the other hand, is not much of a friction fit. Calm down, LEDs, calm down. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful hilt. Really beautiful KR Sabers hilt. This is the only one he's done so far, is this particular run of heroes. He has yet to do another hero run. At least this particular hero. He's done, of course, the V2 variant. Multiple runs now. Which is a beautiful hero. Don't get me wrong, the V2, beautiful hero, but I just... And I don't know how I feel about the new accurate color for the hero. The antique gold. Not much of a fan of that, to be completely honest. I'm just so sold and used to the copper, So used to the copper. And, it's like I see the antique gold and I don't really like it on this particular here. I don't know what it is. I see the brass on the creepy uncle. I love it. I love the brass. But I see the antique gold and I'm just kind of like, it's not really my thing. God, look at that thin neck difference. Good God. That freaking Lukianov thin neck is like a freaking needle compared to it. It's like, Jesus Christ. I love this hilt. Jesus Christ. KR Sabers, yeah, two of the companies that I just can't help but get behind on their work. KR Sabers and Dennis Lukianov's work. You know, there's a couple others here and there, like Sabercraft. They don't produce much, but what they do produce, you know, they've got 2 hilts now, and both of them are just crazy good, especially the flame coming out. But Lukianov's Creepy Uncle, Gen 1 was good, Gen 2 was even better, but Gen 3 is a masterpiece. I swear it. It's absolutely stunning. If you can get a hold of a Gen 3, I recommend it highly. What's some of the other companies I really like that I want to call out real quick? I know that the B.R. Rogers Verity Cosplay hero is coming out relatively soon. Well, maybe not soon, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track of it. But that's one that's got my attention because everything's interchangeable. Like, it's going to come with 2 grip sections. If you're looking for a hero, that's one to look out for, especially with how modular it is. You can change out the grip sections. You can change out this to either, I believe it's copper, bronze, or aluminum. I think there's only one emitter. What else? I think that's actually it as far as the modular parts go. But that's a pretty big deal. Very similar to what Vader's Vault did for their hero, and that's saying a lot. I love Vader's Vault, but it's so hard to deal with that weight. It really is. Even though we do it all the time with pre-orders, still it's that immediate satisfaction it gets to you. Yep. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, Saber fans, may the Force be with you always.